I've been out before, yeah. It's a lot.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I went to dinner last night. Oh, there's a note in there.
test it out the next year.
We'll get together. She did already. I do.
They do have half a page. It may work for just like that.
Sorry, guys. He's been cool enough in there. Hey, Lieutenant. I'm sorry.
Hey Johnny, can you slide that flag off in case we see it?
I'm gonna be off to the side. Promise you.
Okay. Throw a rock at you.
No.
Throw a tire. I'll grab a tire.
I've done this a few days.
Is that your first rodeo?
Shotgun mic's come in handy. You don't have to be right up on top.
Okay, Charlie Langton.
Yeah, sure you got it.
All right, you guys can move a little forward here.
Yeah.
Don't get
That's
too
the one
scared.
going
Yeah. All right, you tight enough there for you guys? You need a little tighter. Okay. All right, thank you guys for coming today. We'll have Lieutenant Fulgenzi start out the press conference and talk about what exactly happened here. Then we'll have a representative from DPW, Detroit Public Works, and then BC, and then Chief will follow after that, okay? All right, Lieutenant.
Lieutenant Matthew Fulgenzi, first name Matthew, last of Fulgenzi, Fulgenzi, Detroit Police, Organized Crime. Yesterday at about 1 o'clock, two individuals operating a pickup truck arrived to this location and dumped approximately 7 times yesterday. Utilizing technology, a crime analyst was checking hotspots in the city of Detroit and known dumping locations and observed the crime in progress. A team of Detroit police officers quickly got out to this area, started canvassing the neighborhood, and spotted the individuals dumping in progress. Both individuals were then taken into custody. Their vehicle was seized from the location. Both were arrested and taken to the Detroit Detention Center. A warrant request has been submitted to the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office, and both individuals have been cited for approximately $20,000 in fines. The message is clear. We're not going to tolerate this type of behavior in our community. We will continue to hold those responsible for dumping crimes, and we're going to utilize all of our resources to stop dumping in our city. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Dayo Akinyemi, D-A-Y-O. Last name Akinyemi, A-K-I-N-Y-E-M-I. I'm the Deputy Director for the Department of Public Works. DPW is responsible for keeping the city in good environmental condition. We're responsible for operating the solid waste and keeping trash out of the city. Unfortunately, some people are used to the idea of dumping illegally throughout our city. They make it difficult to keep the city clean. But we have technology installed, discreetly installed throughout the city that are monitored, and we work closely with our police department. And thanks to the work of the police department and the work of the technology that we've installed, we're able to arrest these individuals. The message is clear. We're monitoring, and you will be captured if you continue to do this. There are very many ways of cleaning up and of dumping legally. The city operates 3 drop-off centers where citizens that need to drop off their tires can legally drop it off. We also operate pick-up service, and if you need us to pick up debris from your business, from your home, give us a call. We'll come over, we'll give you an estimate. Our estimates are extremely reasonable, and we'll pick this up from your businesses from your home. Dumping illegally just brings down the work that a lot of people have been doing to keep the city clean. So we urge that if you have stuff to dump, call us, we'll pick it up and dump it legally. Doing it illegally will always land you in hot water. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm going to start off by thanking BC and the officers, the men and women behind me that did this incredible work and continue to do this incredible work. Illegal dumping is a quality of life issue, and we are going to relentlessly pursue those people who dump in our city. One of the people yesterday, I find out, is not even a resident of our city, and the audacity to come in and do the type of dumping, or do any dumping, but when you look at what they did to this community, it's just totally unacceptable. Could not be prouder of the men and women that relentlessly pursued these suspects. If you dump in our city, you're going to go to jail. We're going to use technology. We're going to use good old-fashioned policing. We're going to use surveillance to make sure that we apprehend you and get you off the street. This is absolutely unacceptable, but the work that the men and women did, could not be prouder of the work that they did in this investigation. And they continue to do it, and they're going to do even more. So again, if you dump in Detroit, you're going to jail. Plain and simple. Unacceptable. Also, I want to thank the community for letting us know about these dump sites. We have a lot of intel on where illegal dumping is happening, and we're going to continue to put our resources out there and make sure that we make an apprehension. So thank you very much. Who else is up?
My name is Crystal Rogers. I'm the General Manager for Environmental Affairs with BC. I just want to speak briefly about the appropriate way to dump tires. If you are a business that deals in scrap tires, you know that you should hire a registered scrap tire hauler who will take the tires to a scrap tire recycler or processor. When residents go to a tire dealership and purchase tires, 9 times out of 10 they pay for tire disposal. This is what happens when you go to an unreputable tire business and tires are not disposed of properly. And we want to make sure our businesses that deal in used and new tires, tire recycling, they are appropriately dealing with their tires and using registered scrap tire haulers. Thank you.
I can take any questions.
So can you tell us anything about the suspects that you arrested? Are they both males? I know one of them is not from this area, but anything you can say about them?
Yeah, so both suspects are males in their 20s. As Chief stated, the driver of the vehicle is a non-Detroit resident. The other male is a Detroit resident. We do not have a history of them dumping. However, with them making several trips to this location, approximately 7 times in one day, I would suspect it's not their first time doing this. And our work is not done. We're going to go back and see if we can identify other dumpings connected to both individuals.
Were they dumping?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, were they dumping on behalf of a business owner, perhaps, or are you able to elaborate on who they were, where it was coming from?
Absolutely. So, as I stated, our work's not done. This is still an ongoing fluid investigation. So that's one of the things we're looking at. And, if they are connected to a business and the business is part of this illegal crime, we're going to hold business responsible too. So our work's not done. We're still following up on the case.
In regards to the fines, I was under the assumption that illegal dumping fines were kind of capped at $3,500. I know you mentioned $20,000.
Yes.
That's the first part. The second part is anything being done, maybe talking with legislators or leaders of Lansing to try to push forward any legislation that would make it a more severe penalty rather than just fines?
Yes. So regarding the $20,000 fines, those fines are based on the number of times they've dumped and the amount of crimes, separate incidents that occurred. So each crime, each different instance, they are being held responsible for. So that's why the increase in dollar amount. And also their vehicle being towed yesterday and seized part of the blight violation. Regarding crimes involving legislation, yeah, that's an ongoing talk. We definitely want to push and continue to make sure we hold those responsible and we have the penalties to assess those.
To be clear, is it $20,000 each, and do they lose their vehicle?
So no, it's $20,000 total. Each of them have fines just over $10,000.
And is the vehicle confiscated by the city or no?
So the vehicle is held right now pending the blight violations. There will be a court hearing, and if they pay those fines, they will be able to get their vehicle back. It will be part of the fines that they're assessed to both of them.
Can you guys give any context as to whether this is an issue that's been ongoing or is seeing more prevalence in terms of dumping, or has it been waning? I mean, give us some context in regard to what you're facing.
Yes. So I think it's pretty clear that in the city of Detroit, there's a crackdown on illegal dumping. We take this very seriously, and the city of Detroit and the police department, we're going to utilize all of our resources to identify those individuals, and we're going to get it to stop.
Has it been more prevalent, though, I guess is my question?
Well, I'll say that it's still ongoing. We have seen a decrease in the amount of repeat offenders, and we have increased our resources to identify those. So as we identify individuals, we're going to hold them responsible.
All right. Thank you so much. We have video and photos, too, that we'll provide.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Good job.
Would you be available to, the mayor 2 nights ago mentioned that you might have some updates soon in regard to municipal towing and what you guys are doing to overhaul that. Are you able to share anything today on that? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I can talk
Chief,
about.
could you stand right up there for us? Thanks.
Take that photo, please.
Yep.
He mentioned Tuesday night at his reception that you might have an update yesterday, but I don't know where you're at with that.
Yeah, we're still working through our towing reforms. We've learned a lot from some of the allegations that have come out, so we want to make sure that we have a Loctite process. One of the things that I'm really excited to be submitting to City Council soon is our tow software. And the tow software really takes the human element out of it. You'll be able to use an app request a tow, and then the tow rotation will go right through this app process, and the human intervention on that process will be limited to just the putting the app together and putting the app in place. So that's one of the components that we want to put out. So it's imperative that we get that tow software first. That'll be phase one of the overall reform. But we're pretty close to having the completed reform package put together.
And not to make you go back over it, but what was lacking before under the commission that allowed this to occur versus what you're attempting to do now?
Yeah, I don't want to say that it was anything lacking from any individual. We've found a number of problems in towing. We found a number of problems in the process. We've learned from some of the allegations that have come out. We've read some of the indictments and things such as that, and what we want to do is build a process where no one can compromise the tow process. I mean, the community deserves that. They deserve a transparent process, and what the software will do is make the process audible. It'll make it transparent. The citizen will know that, you know, if they use the Citizen app, that, you know, here's what my tow is going to cost, here's the tow company that's coming, and my car is going to be taken to this location. And that interaction from the financial transaction is digitized through the app, through the business that's towing the car, and it takes that human component out of it, and then it allows us an audit trail to go back and look at if there's any improprieties or inconsistencies in our own process.
Lastly, if I may, the mayor intimated maybe not higher level city personnel, but that there may be more people charged in the coming days. Is there anything you can add to that as far as what's ongoing and looking into this?
Well, let me say this. We have partnered with the FBI. The FBI is the lead, and we're going to continue to partner with them and work with them. And any place their investigation takes them, we're going to be fully cooperative and supportive of them eradicating this problem and helping us eradicate the problem. If any improprieties that we find in the police department, we're going to hold people accountable. So from the standpoint of internally investigations that I have, I don't have additional investigations, but that's not to say that there could not be more coming from the FBI.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Chief. Thank you, John.
Yes, sir.